No? Yes. What the fuck? What's up, guys? I don't know what's going on with it. And change any settings, but OBS was just like, that's not the mic you use. Like, it fucking is. I said hello to everybody, so hello, everybody. That's all you missed, basically. I'm gonna try not to sniffle too much today into the mic repeatedly, but my allergies are absolutely kicking my ass because I was out doing yard work. So just kicking up all kinds of stuff. And I've been sniffing and sneezing and coughing all day since, so apologies in advance. All right. Whew, it's making my head hurt. Good to see you all. Crazed, Cursed, Trollord, Coviers, Jat, Dee Boog, Olzen, Mags, Teve, anybody else if I missed you, Bizarre, hello. Hope you're all doing awesome today. Apple, hello, hello. Thank you, very well. Thank you very much. And then I was reading the word well. It's just allergies, so they'll, I think I've probably got some allergy meds, but I'm stupid and stubborn and that I don't often take medication for much of anything unless I really have to, so. Okay, so I do see some redeems coming up for the Commander's Choice Priority Clone. That's not actually me choosing your soldier class. That's if someone dies. That gives me the ability to clone any dead soldier, put them back on the roster. If you're wanting to have me choose your class, the best thing to do there is do the Let Fate Decide redeem, and then I'll spin the wheel, which will randomly assign you a soldier. But I will be taking Sniper off of the wheel because, like, half the signups are for Sniper, and I run, like, 1 or 2 Snipers on a Sky Ranger or Sky Striker, and, like, maybe 4 at most on a Thunder. So you can't all be Snipers. I don't think I had a single engineer redeem. So, hopefully we'll get some with the randoms, but yeah, my head was already hurting yesterday, exacerbated by not sleeping very much. And then I slept okay last night, but I woke up earlier than I wanted to and could not get back to sleep. But instead of laying around or trying to take a nap, I just tried to be productive today because I had a lot of yard work that needed to be done. So I got out there and did that for probably only about an hour, but with my head and my allergies kicking my ass, that was about as much as I could do. And it's hot. It's, you know, Texas in what is the beginning of summer, even if it's technically only May still. So it was very warm and quite humid. We've had a lot of rain. So, yeah. Got a little bit of sweet tea. Tried to cut back a little bit on the sugar. I don't put a ton in it to begin with when I make it, but I don't have that much sugar to go around for the next couple weeks. So, I'm rationing, basically. On that note, I wanted to, I try to always be transparent with you, especially because a couple of the people in the chat, whom I've seen already today, are some of my biggest supporters, directly supporting me. If you look on the coffee page, I took down the PC goal. It's not gone, it's just paused. I don't want anyone who contributed to that goal to think that I don't intend to put any money that I earned towards that to the goal of getting a new PC. That is absolutely the goal. It's just that my priorities have to shift for a few minutes to just life. An event that happened with a family member that is still ongoing but isn't really directly affecting me anymore right now, that kind of heavily impacted my life for 6 to 8 weeks. Basically demolished what meager savings I had been able to put back. And all of those meager savings were because of the generosity of a number of people in this community during the early part of the year and the holiday season last year. I had set aside as much as I was able to. I never spend frivolously because I simply don't have the option to and don't really care to. Anything I've ever spent money on in the last 3 years that I've been streaming full time has literally been bills, food, and, you know, a couple small things. I pay, you know, for a WoW subscription. That's my kind of one extra thing. I don't have any streaming services like Netflix or Hulu or any of that. I have my Amazon Prime to get things sent, and because it pairs with my Twitch, which is what I do, so... But, the summer is always slow. The beginning of summer is always really slow for most streamers. Mine being one that was not really affected by that for a while, but has been the last 2 years. So I tried to put back every little bit that I could, knowing that I would need a little bit extra to make it through the summer, and then basically that all got wiped out. So I paused the PC goal and just put up kind of my normal monthly goal. I'm not asking for anything. I want to be transparent with the people who contributed towards the PC build goal, because I don't want people to think that I took that money and then just ran off with it. Some of it got dipped into to keep the lights on, but it's all still sitting aside, and I'm trying not to touch it so that I can eventually put it towards replacing this old PC. But for the moment, I just got to try to, you know, I think all the bills, the necessary bills, water, food, water, power, internet, are paid till my next Twitch payday. Should be. My phone, I'm not sure about. And then groceries and dog food. That's pretty much all I spend money on, are those things. Necessary utilities, and then food, dog. Yeah. So, if any of you look at the coffee page for any reason, some of you follow it, some of you already got the update. I didn't want anybody who contributed, some of you quite largely, to the PC goal to think that that just was taken. It's still there. I'm just trying to focus on keeping the ship afloat for the time being. So, I try to always be transparent with you guys. You guys are what makes this possible for me to be able to do this. I've been able to stream for 3 years, and 2 years of that has basically been full-time. And that's an insanely amazing thing that I'm able to say with a stream my size, and it comes down to direct support from all of you for tuning in, and then some of you very much directly making this possible. So thank you all. I just wanted to touch base on that so that anyone looking over at the coffee donation page who had contributed, I'm repeating myself because it's weighing on me. I didn't want anyone to think that I hadn't appreciated, or you know, that the goal for those donations wasn't exactly what it was, which was towards the PC build when it can happen. So anyway, as far as the game, well, let's do an intro. We can get that out of the way, and we'll get into talking about the game. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is for you, wherever you are. Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, thanks for being here. I'm The Voice, and this is The Echo, where everybody has a voice. That means me, you, our games, our characters, our stories, our heroes and villains, successes and failures, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the wins, and the losses, and all things sci-fi and fantasy, particularly and especially gaming. This is a place where we come together to enjoy those things alongside challenging gameplay in a chill environment as part of an awesome community of amazing people. That's each and every one of you. Whether it's your first time here, whether you're a long-time regular, whether you're a lurker or a chatter, whether you recently returned to the stream, stumbled in by accident, got here through a raid one day, found us on YouTube, are tuning on the YouTube side, or don't even know how you got here. The time you guys choose to spend here is awesome and amazing and extremely valuable to me. So thank you very much for that. And thank you for all the ways you guys choose to support the stream, the channel, the community, and me, and give me the continued opportunity to create this space, curate this experience, and share some good times, good vibes, and good games with a great group of awesome people. Today we are continuing XCOM UFO Defense Hard Mode Expansion Mod by Hellraiser. We are in the beginning of March in-game. We just took out the first alien base. It actually went fairly well. I did use a super safe, somewhat boring strategy of basically maintaining the landing areas and using proximity grenades heavily. We had a debate, myself, Cursed, and the mod author Hellraiser in our Discord earlier today about the viability of other strategies and approaches. And while it is completely true to say that it is entirely possible to sweep through an alien base, even the first one you do, and win that mission, possibility and viability and reliability are not the same thing. Those of you who've been here since the first hard mode campaign know that. We tried. We tried sweeping through the alien base early. And you have to get exceptionally lucky, you have to get an incredibly good layout, and you have to not eat a blaster bomb or a small launcher that wipes out half your squad and panics the other half, or destroys your equipment. Like, there's so many things. So I have to attempt to try to choose the most reliable method, and that's why I cleared the base yesterday the way I did, because it's consistent. I agree, Coviers. I absolutely agree, and that is definitely one of my top priorities, is to get back to the things we really enjoy about here, get back to me being able to be the streamer you guys deserve me to be. Some of the games I've played recently, especially ones that I am focusing on learning more, I do not feel like I'm not as good at entertaining you guys when I play those, and that's a skill that I can work on, and I intend to. So we'll still see games like those when I can finally get Tuesday streams in. That hasn't been... I want to be more consistent back to what you guys deserve as well, so... Alright. Alright, let's get over to the game. Also, I might do one of these again later, but I did set back up the flag quiz. I also set up our spin wheel for getting classes assigned, and that's actually where we're going to start. I'm not going to assign soldiers, but I am going to assign, to the roster, those that signed up with the Let Fate Decide. So let me get that pulled up. All right. Where is that window? There it is. All right. All right, so we had... Oh, 2 engineers did sign up. Nice! And if I didn't say hello, I saw Matthias and I saw Franz over on the YouTube side. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for popping in. If I missed anybody, Andy, I see you there as well. Hello, hello. Good to see each and every one of you today. All right. Let me get the roster. I'm not going to be able to see chat for just a second. That's the wrong roster sheet, and that one's really bright. So is this one. While I get these assigned. So let me assign... Appel... Yo. To engineer. Very nice. And... the fried rice man. Very nice. Marcus complete. Marcus complete. Any others? Rocketeer. Teve. Nice. All right, and I got 14 randoms. So let's start with those. Some of these might be duplicated, so I may not have 14, but all right. Okay. Magus. Oh. If it lands on Sniper, I'm gonna respin. I need to take Sniper off the list, but... It is Medic. For Magus. Lots of chaos. I feel like I got chaos on already. That's why I said some of these might be duplicates, but... Nope. No lots of chaos. What did I miss? Silly Boy 78, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Echo. Glad to have you here. All right, I'm just going to leave sniper on there, and if it lands on that, I'm going to re-roll because I have too many snipers already. Lots of chaos. It's going to be medic again. All right. Oh, I also don't know if I have a single grenadier sign up. And grenadiers are grenade launcher and small launcher users. Oh my god, is there not a redeem for Grenadier? Did it not get okay. That might be why I didn't have any, because it doesn't look like the reward is there as it should be. Hold on. It might not have gotten unpaused or added back in. Or it got removed at some point. No, it's just not there. Huh. Alright. Well, I'll random into some, and then I'll have to add that back in. Yeah, that explains it, right? It's not there, so... Alright, this was lots of chaos for medic. Bad at this, what do you expect? Alright, Banelink.
New donation from Llama for $11. They're doing their part. Are you? Join the mobile infantry and save the world.
Infantry.
Service guarantees citizenship.
Thank you so much for the generous $11 donation. That means a lot. And also, we have that one, I believe. Well, we don't have that full one, but we do have...
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
I'm doing my part. Nice. Infantry for Banelink. I already have Banelink as infantry. Okay, that's weird. Because Banelink signed up as infantry and then had a double sign up as random and randomed infantry. I guess it's just meant to be. Sankey. What did I figure? What? Coviers, what am I missing? Infantry or assault? Infantry for Sankey. If something's misspelled or something's missing, I'm not going to figure it out because I'm not paying enough attention to it right now. Yeah, and you adding it to the sheet doesn't really matter because I still have to remove it from the queue. Infantry. Okay, so you added it. Just stop. Just stop. Thank you for the help, but you're just going to confuse me. Sierra. Looks like assault. Nice. That's true, Coviers, but I didn't see you for a while, so I didn't, didn't want to unduly have you, feel like you had any responsibility. AJ Havoc. Okay, I don't need another medic right now, I don't think, so I might roll this again. Yeah, I gotta roll this again. Try to get one that doesn't have as much on it. Yeah, that's not the other one, damn it. Freaking, come on, game. I think Rocketeer's the other one that has like 5. Whatever. Cool Dan. Troll Lord. Let's see. Did I have you on here already? Gunner as well, and for you. Alright. Troll Lord, and I am Cool Dan. Olzen. Alright. Okay, fucking... Who was that I spun somebody, they won Rocketeer, and I typed in, instead of their name, I typed in Rocketeer. So I don't remember who it was. I'll have to look back. Froish. No, Cool Dan got Heavy Gunner. I have an engineer. Froish, nice. Hellgraph. Assault. Fitting for Hellgraph. He played an Assault in all our Long War runs, or at least the last one. Magus I already have. Send that back, and I'm going to roll for CGI. Or Spin 4. Out of like a dozen spins, like 4 of them landed on Rocketeer. All right. I can't type. I should have let Kobeers do it. All right. For now, that is good. I got Troll Lord. And I will add back in the Grenadier one. Okay, I need to look at this because I have some who redeemed the Commander's Choice, and I think that might have just been not understanding what that one was for, but looks good. I'm gonna leave it. All right. All right, AJ Havoc is going to be a Grenadier. The only one I have currently. Okay. Now that we've got the housekeeping stuff out of the way. Yeah, I'll figure out the pilot situation later because I need soldiers more than I need pilots. So. Shotguns are specific to certain classes. Engineers' primary weapon is a pistol. Yeah, and it's a channel point redeem, not a sign up. All right, let me see. I want to do one thing here. No, that's not what I want to do. Stupid thing. Before I forget, let me do this now. So bear with me just a second, folks. All right. Stream. Sprites and badges. Class and ability badges. Rocketeer. Okay, got that one. Info. Explosive problem solving. Rocketeer Redeem should now be active. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can actually play some games now, huh? That's what you guys are here for. Now I actually have to name people. Ugh. Alright. Let's see where we're at. Probably the best soldier we've lost so far as just what they've accomplished. Their stats weren't stellar, but... yeah, certainly the most accomplished who died. That's the second most. They actually had very good stats. That was a big loss. Like, he hadn't gotten that many kills, but his stat pool was fucking good. Alright. Why did I add it as Rocketeer? It was supposed to be Grenadier. Son of a bitch. Hold on. It's supposed to be Grenadier, not Rocketeer. Get a good night's sleep, people, because when you don't, your brain works like mine, which is to say it doesn't.
New donation from Allzin for $1,000. Hard mode run officially being on its feet HYPE. Laughing face.
What? What? I'm trying to keep my brain functioning for a second here. Sarnia! Sarnia, thank you for getting my brain kick-started again with that perfectly timed line. It's reading right, man, look! Thank you immensely. There aren't words enough. I can't form a sentence right now that encompasses how impactful that is for me. My allergies are going to decide to get in the way of me trying to enumerate the impact that has on my life. What can I say? I'm gonna sit here fumbling if I sit here trying to think of something to say. Thank you. Truly. Yeah. Honker.
It's a trap.
Right? Yeah. Well, I might be allergic to that because it's never been a goal in my life. You know, it's never. I don't care about being rich. I never have, and maybe that's just a cop out because I will never be rich. So maybe that was just my brain's way of making peace with it, not wanting to be something you're never gonna be. The only reason I would ever want to have more money than I need to pay my bills and have a little bit back for emergencies is to take care of people around me. I want to be able to pay my mom back. I want my mom to be able to retire as soon as she wants to, and I want to be able to pay for a vacation for her or help her build her library. You know, she has a library there in their house, my parents' house. My mother loves books, and that's where my love of books came from. But I want to be able to give back to her. I want to be able to do fundraisers and be able to give real, rewards and incentives to that, where we can really impact more than what we have already, which has already been amazing. I want to be able to just do some good. That would be the only thing I would ever want more money for than what I need to pay my bills. And I'm extremely lucky in a lot of ways. This house, it's not the biggest, it's not the fanciest house in the world. My mother owns it. My family owns this house. My parents live a couple hours away. But my mom busted her ass to be able to buy this little house. And in the last couple years of me streaming, there have been many months when I barely paid the bills and got food in the fridge. So when that happened, she didn't, come after me beating down my door for rent. And most people, especially in the US, know that your rent or your mortgage payment is probably your biggest single expense for a lot of people. So not having that looming over my head is the only reason I'm not homeless, literally. And the only other reason I'm not homeless is because of all of you. I never need to be rich. I'm extremely lucky to be in the situation I'm in now, and it is amazing. So thank you all, especially at this moment. Thank you, Olsen, for the massive support that you've shown and made it possible for me to keep being here. So what's your hobby? I'm living. It's expensive. Yeah, my hobby is paying my bills. That's my discretionary income is.
New donation from Murder Prophet for $1,001. Take that, also take that, all's in, tongue sticking out.
You fuckers are trying to make a grown man cry on stream. I'm supposed to be playing XCOM. The fuck am I even supposed to say? this morning I got some groceries from Walmart. There's an Aldi close to me. For those of you who are, I don't know if Aldi's present in anywhere other than the U.S., but Aldi is like it's a grocery store with all their own brand stuff. No, like, big brand stuff. No big marketing. You know, it's all cheaper stuff, you know. Generic brands, not overly packaged. Aldi's great. But because most of my groceries come through delivery, the difference... Okay, I didn't know if it was Flying Dutchie. I never knew. Value chain. Yeah, it's a value chain. So I've done some shopping through Aldi, but when I do grocery orders, because my card isn't working, so I have to have most of my groceries delivered, Aldi winds up being basically the same price. But I have to go through I have to go through like a third-party delivery. And with their service fees and tips and all that, it winds up being even more. So I tend to do, that's the only other thing I pay for monthly is a Walmart Plus subscription so that I never have to pay shipping or delivery fees on anything. So I ordered some groceries this morning. Over the last 2 weeks, I've just been scraping every day, literally, to, you know, what's in the pantry, what can I throw together for food. I ordered groceries this morning and I couldn't pay for dog food. I have maybe 5 days worth of Gibbs food left, and I was like, damn it, I'm gonna have to, you know, figure out how to get him some food in the next couple days. I ordered groceries, and then I had to trim the number of groceries I'd put in the grocery cart by like 40%, and it was a small grocery order to begin with because my PayPal before a few minutes ago had about 37 cents in it. I'm not trying to get sympathy by illustrating that. I'm trying to enumerate on how massively impactful that kind of generosity is for me. It literally... Like, I didn't know how I was going to make it to payday. I don't get paid for another 2.5 weeks. And I wasn't sure I was going to get there. So, now I guess I know, at least, that I'm going to make it to the next payday and beyond. I doubt I ever come across as a very humble person. I'm kind of loud and loquacious and verbose and opinionated. But it really is immensely, stunningly humbling to have such incredible support. Thank you, Koviers and Olsen, so much. And thank you, everybody else, for just tuning in and being able to witness me being destroyed and... in the best way possible. I had to fight with myself earlier when I ordered groceries because, for those of you who've been here a while know that, like, cheese, like having cheese of some kind in my fridge is like... It's how I know I'm not doing horribly, and there ain't been any cheese in the house for weeks. I budgeted myself the ability to buy one little 1 pound block of cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, when I got groceries today, and I was like already planning on how I was going to stretch it out. I'm still going to. It's a great thing about being poor. You really know how to budget. Yeah, it's expensive compared to what I can get for the same, you know, $4.50 that I paid for that. I could get, you know, 2 pounds of rice and a pound of pasta, and, you know, that could really stretch a long way. All right. I have to try to play this game now. Exactly, Flying Dutchie. Kind of once it's just it's how you go through life. It's probably a good thing to know. I can't think straight. You don't really need to eat every day, right? Yeah, exactly, Cursed. I will amend my previous statement. When it comes to the games I play, my opinion on how they should be played, my input, my advice, my theories on the games I play, I am not humble at all in those. I spend a great deal of time trying to understand the intricacies of the games that I really delve into, and I should probably retain a greater degree of humbleness about my opinions on them, but I have to maintain a degree of arrogance about them because that's how I trick my brain into continuing to try to succeed at them. I don't know if that makes sense or if I worded it very well because my brain is still trying to rewire itself from a few minutes ago. Agreed, Flying Dutchie. Yeah, agreed. There are some things that I can't remember the last time I bought them, like when I do my grocery order, because of how expensive they are. Also, you figure the things you do not need to have and go without, you know? I went full pecan. Dude, I took my hair was getting really long. If you look back a couple streams ago, anytime I turned my head, you could see how long it was. And I just took my trimmer the other day and just did everything but the top super short. Without even a mirror or anything to, like, I have the one mirror, but because it doesn't matter what it looks like on the back. No one sees that. You guys only see this, so that works for me. And I never leave the house, and I don't care what people think of how I look. Okay. I gotta decide if I'm naming soldiers right now or not, and I think I probably should, but I wanted to see if I was going to be hiring any more right now so that I could get them all in. All right. We need more general stores, but fuck, now I have to decide on how to organize the base. Oh, these allergies. So these would all be living quarters. If I do even if I only do 3 labs, I still need 3 living quarters up here. The reason I'm thinking about it is because I need more storage, but I don't actually have room for more storage until this opens up. I can transfer some of these for storage, but I need this base to be defended because it can get attacked. In fact, it's gonna possibly get attacked in a month because we all remember there's a scripted event there. All right. Yeah, there's one in April and one in June. Okay. I don't remember what all of these are used for.
New donation from Lot SOV Chaos for $15. No one should go without cheese. Here, get yourself the larger cheese.
Thank you so much, Chaos. I will definitely do that. Thank you. That means a lot. It really does. Yeah, Cursed. There's the Snake Man arrival and then the Muton arrival. So, yup. What's the storage here? 27.5, 26.4. So they're 10 per. So 0.1 apiece. Okay. Dragine! Thank you so much for the 224 bits. Very much appreciated. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Cursed. I touched on that before. Just build radar bases. Okay, great. Bye. Bye, radar base. See you on Z.
Here's another interruption.
Here's another interruption. We're gonna play the game eventually, people, I swear. Oh my god, my nose needs to stop itching. What the hell? You can't build a hidden radar base. Because if you build a base in a place where it's hidden, it's not doing you any good as a radar base. So. We'll do some Gibbs time in a minute. Hold on. Oh my good gosh. Stop it.
That's a lot of damage.
It is. Okay. How much are these taking up space-wise? Not that much. Okay. Alright, so it's mostly alloys and Illyrium. Ragnar! Thank you so much and welcome back for 4 months Tier 1 support. That is absolutely awesome. You rock. Thank you so much. Okay, so gotta sell off some stuff. These drone scouts need to be made into scanners. Okay. Here we need... Hold on. We have an extra tank cannon here. Okay, so transfer to the smokehouse. 1 tank cannon with 30 rounds. Here, we're gonna buy... shotguns. Shotgun shells. Sniper rifles. Heavy cannons. Rocket launchers. Smoke grenades. Proxies. Incendiaries. High-X. Field medic packs. Armored vests. Okay. And then we're going to transfer to the smokehouse. Alloys are more valuable right now, so we're going to transfer the Illyrium in large part. Ragnar, thank you so much for gifting a sub, which landed on the Wolfman. Thank you so much for kicking off that hype train and gifting a sub to the community. That's absolutely awesome. What the fuck?
Olsen cheered. X 25,000. Scam train. The Voy 51 hype shake.
trying to play the game. I promise. Fucking seriously, Olsen. Thank you for the 25,000 bits and the level 9 hype train. You're crazy. Matthias, bits are essentially another way to donate, but each bit is 1 cent. Yeah. But the way bits work is instead of... So when you subscribe, if someone subscribes to the channel, Twitch gets a percentage and then the streamer gets a percentage. When you donate, depending on which avenue you donate through, the streamer gets the majority share of it, but whatever processing entity handles the donation also takes a percentage of that. But that comes out of the recipient end. Bits, the person buying the bits pays the premium up front, and 100% of the bits donated are received by the recipient. So it's an immensely generous way to support a streamer, and I appreciate it a ton. So coffee has been, you can see the coffee link at the top, which has already been donated to heavily today. Thank you again. The coffee system and setup has been the most favorable that I've worked with as far as processing fees and everything for donations. They take a very small cut if you allow them to. So you can set up a coffee and they take nothing for just a generic account. To be able to set up alerts and stuff, I voluntarily do a small amount of any donation processed through coffee goes back to them, which allows me to have the link, the alerts, the voice, the text to speech. So that, but whoever sets it up, the streamer gets to choose to opt into that. So thank you again for what a random Thursday. What a random Thursday this has been. You guys are insane. Yep, that's it. Just insane. No other explanation. Okay. Alright. We took out an alien base. Our score reflects as much. Now we'll watch this to see if it goes down either heavily because of possibly another base being built, or gradually, which could indicate that there is already another base built. Because there is a big spike of activity in North America, or there was. But we'll see if this rises up again. I don't know if that's an actual thing, Olsen, or if it might have gone over my head, but or if it's a holiday or a special day in a certain part of the world. Canada's always compromised. It's full of Canadians. That's a joke because one of my longtime viewers is Saline, who is French-Canadian. It's a holiday in Iceland, translates to Ascension Day. Oh, awesome. Thank you for the level 9 hype train. You guys are awesome. Canada's roots with France always make it sus. All right. Oh, I'd already sent 250 as well. Yeah, we gotta defend that shit. Can't let that place get destroyed. All right. I need motion scanners. Oop. Let's make 6, not sell them, and then go from there. That's a good day, and a very important one, I would say. And I don't just mean because of what I've received. Not really, Sierra. So, there's a difference now, too, from the previous hard mode campaign that I played. We don't get the data slate from the alien base now. We still have to take out a lab ship to get the data slate. And I haven't even seen a lab ship yet, so... Yeah, that's huge, Olsen, yeah. Also, don't sub through mobile if you can avoid it, because you usually pay roughly 20% more. Right, cursed? Yeah. See what this large is. Probably a terror, if I had to guess. Yeah. Alright, well, follow it for now. Okay. We're dipping a little, but that was a flyover, so... Alright, 10 more, okay. Dragine, thank you for 100 more bits. Thank you so much. Nice emotes. I like those. Very colorful. Yeah, Prime shouldn't be impacted by that, because you're not paying directly for it. It's attached to your Twitch Prime. So. Okay. How'd we do? Actually, very good. Junai, thank you so much for the 56 bits. Very generous. Very good stats. Very mediocre stats. Pretty decent stats. Estonia? I think? Yeah. Good reactions. Not it? No. It... I'm gonna start doing my flag quiz again tomorrow, guys. We've actually got decent reactions on a lot of these people. Yeah. I know this one. I have to look this one up. Is this East Timor? No, it's not. Fuck. I thought I knew it. Same colors, completely different design. Don't tell me. I wanna learn that one again on my own and get it on the flag quiz coming up. Okay. Great stats other than reactions. Okay, we did pretty good with the stats there, so... And then we got 2 more here. Hey! It's Olsen! And that's Azerbaijan, I believe. Actually, very good stats here, too. For a frontliner. High reactions, high strength. What class did you wind up as, Olsen? We just did it. Was it Heavy Gunner? Rocketeer. Strength is a little bit low. I can just set the flag to Iceland whenever I pick you a soldier, but it takes a while because you have to click through all of them. You can't just select one. And there's like 150 of them. Okay. Ah! Sorry, my allergies are really kind of ripping into me. Okay, so we're not too far off there. Okay. Let's look at some activity, if we're getting any. There'll be a spike over Europe. Oh, not a spike, but we saw that terror fly over. Alright, I'm gonna just keep them active for now. Okay. Wow, Jat. That's... Not sure that tracks, but... Excuse me. My goodness. It's quiet. I don't like it. It's too quiet. It's very freaking quiet. We're not missing anything, though. It's just quiet. Can't even afford it right now. Ugh. Yeah. Well, at least we're gonna get it in the daylight. Fuck. Alright. I am gonna take a tank. I'm just gonna take 8 soldiers, a tank, and 2 drones here. I need to name these soldiers before I just don't get it done. Alright, let me get through this terror site, see who's dead, and then we'll name anybody. We'll do names right after that. Because then once they're named and I start having classes defined, it's a lot easier to do my loadouts. So it'll be good to do it as well, but let's get there. Okay, so this is my soldier. I just have to think of a nickname for her. But I'm claiming this one. So. Oof. That sucks when it happens, Shadow. Alright. Okay. Actually, not bad. You're weak. So were you. Alright. Dude, the equipment's all screwed up. Alright. We can't capture live aliens right now, but we might be able to knock out a civilian with a flashbang and keep them safe. He's all the way at the back, though. I also think he was supposed to be the sniper, but I'm gonna switch that. Okay. Terror site. At least we get it in the day. Fuck, he hit the damn... Yeah, he hit the tank. Okay, so it's floaters. That's better than it being sectoids. Some civilians fighting back. Police, probably. Dead floater.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay. Oh. It's a mixed bag. Fandamtastic. Oh my god, we're in so much trouble. There's a silicoid, yeah. There are silicoids, but there are... He's gonna drop this and step back. You're not very strong. $13 to throw. That's probably not gonna do it. This tank is not gonna survive this mission. No way. But... did a little bit of damage. I don't want to fire this because it's probably just going to destroy that high X that's on the ground. The problem here is going to be mind control. Because there is going to be an alien leader, or a sectoid leader. I'm probably just going to be bailing on this mission in a minute, honestly, because this is not going to go well. Didn't even destroy it. Staying till the end of this mission could be the end of our campaign, so we'll see. But I'm not committing to anything. Oh my good golly gumdrops. Yeah, he had to hit it. He had to hit the one spot. I also just blew up my equipment pile. Yeah. Fucking irritating. Yeah, I'm not using incendiary ammo, Cursed. You can stop. It's never happening. Should have just left the tank. No, it absolutely should be further back in the craft. Like, there's not a good solution either way, but it being right there is fucking stupid. That was fun. Terror continues. That's the problem. Terror missions weren't bad enough already. Hellraiser had to make them even worse, while claiming to make them more worth doing, and they're absolutely not. so stupid. Yeah, it's gonna continue, it's gonna land again, or continue to cause flyover terror. We just lost half of our point gain from taking out the alien base. Cyberdiscs and sectoids are still too problematic this early in hard mode. They're problematic enough in the base game, but hard mode just exacerbates that even more. Yeah, fucking useless. Like, what's the point? I have a real problem with the way this is designed. Because my complaint before is that terror missions are pointless for the player to do. They serve no purpose other than to negatively impact gameplay. They're not fun, they're not entertaining, they're not enjoyable, and they are always a negative score. So Hellraiser's solution was, well, I'll put the terror ship on the map. And then you can get something by... You get some Illyrium, you get some alloys. But if you don't do the mission, you just get another one. So now you are forced to play the worst missions in the game. This is my first encounter with this happening. I read it in the notes, I understood that this was the case, but this is the first instance of it happening. And it is... I can't go to this. I don't have any equipment. My equipment pile just got blown up. So now I can't even go to the... I have to go and take off, and then they'll just do it again. Is it perpetual? Is it continuous? Like... I'm just gonna say, this is not good design. Period. Yeah, this is the biggest problem. There's a despawn penalty in the base game too, but it's half that or less. This is gonna sound dramatic. The reason I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm thinking is, this is a big enough thing that it would make me stop playing this mod. Legitimately. That's how negatively impactful this is to my enjoyment of this mod right now. It shouldn't be 2 times. Yeah, if they can continue to land multiple times, the despawn penalty should not be that large either. Because, especially in the early game, the player has no control over that. Terror continues. All of my score from taking out an entire alien base is now completely gone because of that stupid shit. That's a really, really bad taste in my mouth for this mod right now. A mod that I have previously enjoyed immensely. That is just really bad. Like, that's just not good design philosophy. I understand the onus to make XCOM respond to terror missions, but people play games to enjoy them, and there is nothing about that that's enjoyable. Not a single thing. Not even the challenge of it. Because if the challenge turns out to be too much to handle, the player doesn't only lose the terror site, now they lose again. If you squad wipe, you lose a whole craft on a terror site, so you fail it, and then another terror site immediately respawns. You will end campaigns because of one lost mission. Even late game campaigns. That is absurd and horrible design. I'll just state it plainly. That is really bad design. If you're gonna have terror missions, terror continues, that should happen way later in the campaign. Not right at the start. That should be something that kicks in like year 2. Holy shit, I was so hyped to get into this run, and my brain is completely out of it right now. That is just fucking horrible. Like, that's stunningly bad design choice. It is such a compounding negative impact to the player. That is absurd. That's not hard mode. That's not hard. That's fuck you, player. That's what that is. So instead of when Hellraiser spoke to me, it's his mod. He can do what he wants with it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. And I don't have to. And he's not making the mod for me. Instead of when we discussed the triviality of doing terror missions and how there was no point in doing them, because once you passed the early game, there was no benefit. There was never a reason beneficially for XCOM to do terror missions. So instead of adding a benefit to completing a terror mission, because 100 lyrium is bullshit, that doesn't fucking mean anything. Yay, great, I got 100 lyrium. That's not a benefit for doing the terror mission. Now, there is a massive, inordinate negative to not completing a terror mission. How could you take my feedback of terror missions are really bad because they're always negative for score, so there's no reason for the player to do them? That should probably be adjusted to, fuck you, player, you're gonna do the terror missions or you're going to lose. Is it a game or a punishment? Yeah. The point wasn't make the player do them, it was give the player a reason to do them, not force the player to do them or lose their campaign, potentially. Because it could very easily lead to an entire campaign loss. You get a late game terror mission with ethereals, and you are forced to do it or take massive skill, point penalties, and then they squad wipe you and cost you an entire squad in power armor and a thunder boarding craft, and then it causes another terror mission? Fuck that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my head back into playing right now because right now it's completely out of wanting to play this at the moment. And that's extremely frustrating to me because I want to, but oh my god, that's terrible. Like, that's so stunningly badly designed. Where was my save? Right when we started today? I want this to be a pure Iron Man campaign, but that's my first encounter with that design choice. So I'm gonna reload to where we started today, try to refocus, and just know that if I lose a terror mission, I'm gonna get royally fucked for it. So wow. I don't remember all the things that I did. Damn it, we had gotten good soldiers too. Hold on. Because this is going to be fucked because it's going to be right after the terror site. Yeah. I'm fucked either way. We got really good soldiers here, and hopefully we get some again, but... The reload that I'm going off of right now is because that mechanic worked in a completely different way than I expected it to or was prepared for it to work. I don't know, maybe that's just an excuse, but wow. Just wow. Yeah, I would have stayed. If I'd have realized it was going to completely fuck me entirely for attempting to do it and then leaving. Yeah, unexpected is one thing, but when an unexpected little thing can completely end your campaign... Excuse me. Sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm just decompressing a little bit, and yeah. D-Win. D-Winham? Dwin. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Echo. Glad to have you here. All right. We're going to roll from here, so...
Almost a year bagging scum.
Thank you so much, Hellgraph, for 10 months of Prime. That's absolutely awesome. All right. Well, and the reason, Coviers, I appreciate that. The reason I'm not changing it is because it's not my mod. I'm not trying to go poking around in it, which may sound hypocritical as I'm, being hypercritical of a design choice. I'm trying to put my head in a place of trying to figure out why that was ever a design choice that was made. Like, how was that ever thought of as a good choice? This music rocks. Like, I understand it's hard mode. It's harder than the base game. Everything else around it has already been, geared towards that. But the concept of what I brought to Hellraiser was terror missions are never worth doing for the player outside of the early game, where they only do them to mitigate score loss. It's the only reason you do terror sites. Thank you, Hellgraph, for gifting a sub to the channel. So, The only reason the player ever does terror missions in the early game is to try to offset the negative score. And he was like, okay, well, maybe I'll think of some things that the player can get as a reward for doing terror missions to incentivize them to maybe do them more. And we went from that to fuck your score and fuck your entire campaign, do the terror mission. He's in the fucking... He's in the Discord responding. A mission whose whole purpose is negative in nature is an unfortunate build choice. That has pretty much always been my thought process on terror missions. So now, yeah, you can get a little bit of Illyrium if you succeed on a terror mission, which wasn't exactly made easier by the addition of a terror ship. Because now you have to clear a terror map and the interior of a terror ship, which is no small task. But if you've... So what happened? Okay. I'm just going to posit a hypothetical here. You go to a terror site. It's a war. Losses back and forth on both sides. All the cities are dead, but you've lost some units. You've lost a tank. You've lost some drones. You've lost a couple soldiers. You're down to like 6 soldiers, and there's a handful of aliens left. But boom, a big grenade goes off, kills 4 of your people. You've only got 2 soldiers left, and one of them severely wounded. You decide, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses, and I'm going to bail. There are only 2 aliens left on that site. You leave. Now they start another terror mission with a full crew. That's a problem. Because it cannot account for the number of crew that were remaining before you left. It's the same ship. We see it take off. But the number of crew doesn't carry over. That's where it's going to really be a problem. Is if you fight through a terror mission and almost get done with it, there's only a handful of aliens left, but for whatever reason, the player has to leave the site. Or risk losing their craft, or everything, whatever else is left on the site. And then they get another full terror mission with a full alien crew complement. That's a problem. Yeah, if I have to leave, my dead are still on the ground, but the aliens get to start another terror mission with a full crew. That's a problem. All right. I'm going to try to play from here. I'm sorry that we took a reload on that mechanic that I was unaware of the depth of its negative impact, but see what we can do. I hope I bought all the things I needed again. I'm a little bit short because I had less than 800,000, but might be because of these getting repaired. I transferred more stuff last time, but whatever. That's what I was expecting, Olden. You know, you lose the terror site, but then it flies over and does flyover penalties, and you lose some more point. Fine. The fact that it instigates another full terror site, that's just a fuck the player mechanic. That's all that is. Anti-player bias. Do you want people to play the game or not? Because that's a thing that will make people not play. People who are not near as stubborn as me. I'm a pretty big glutton for punishment with most of the games I played. That's not punishment. That is, again, it's one thing to lose. You've already lost the mission. Like, that's kicking the player when they're down. Levels of, like, it's almost spiteful against the player. You've already lost the mission. It is literally in place solely to prevent dust off, you know, land and dust off interaction with terror missions. So instead of making them something worth doing because you might get a benefit from it, now that you have to do them or you suffer a massive penalty for them. That's not how you should incentivize a player to interact with your game. In my opinion. How'd we do? Not near as good. Yeah, their stats are not near as good overall. Couple okay ones, but a little disappointing. All right. I guess we know what it is. Oh, I didn't buy more rocket launchers. Screwed that up. Okay. Couple rookies getting in there. I'm not putting the commander at the front. All right. All right. So weak. No, just get rid of that. Rocket. actually. Let's have you on a rifle. Okay. Gosh, you at the front? Yes. Okay, I need Calixto at the front. Could be tricky. Might be too many shotguns, but... Oh, there was something missing. I was like, something's missing down here, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Same thing that was last time. Alright. Alright. Centered on the edge, basically. Last time, wasn't my tank in front of the two drones? What's the determining factor here for which of them is in the front? Because I'd like to know. I tried adding and removing them in different orders before, though, and I never saw a change. But maybe I just missed it. I mean, obviously, it seems like that was the case, but... We don't see a single enemy right now? What? I don't like that. Armed? No. No. Alright, you gotta step off, because you're holding a Hayek's in your hand, so... Can't have you standing with everybody else right now. Oh, wait. I gave that to two of you. Uh-huh. Don't die. We literally cannot afford it. Sorry, guys. It just seems like a really bad thing that was not tested at all. And I understand that the mod is still being created and that it's an experimental branch of the mod, but I don't feel like you have to test that much to realize, even at all, to realize that's a really bad decision to make. Maybe I'm wrong. It happens, but... Well, in his notes that he said he linked off the forum, he said specifically it will impact early game, but I don't think that there was an understanding of how much that negatively impacts the early game. Because it's massive. Like, in a really bad way. He's not going to be able to throw this far enough, and it's probably just going to kill a civilian. Yeah, exactly, Crazed, right? If you win the mission, it's not an improvement over the status of them previously. If you lose, it is so much worse, it's not comparable. Wow, okay. My talking to him about terror missions and the status of them previously was to try to intimate the player needs to be able to get something from doing a terror mission, not only always lose. I made it worse. By a lot. I don't have any way to get a shot on this guy. Because they'd have to be, like, standing over here. Actually, there's a small possibility. Small, like I said. Very small chance that I would get any hit through there. Excuse me. Now, let me be clear, and a lot of my reaction is initial reaction, and I'm trying to think through and talk through it, but make that something that kicks in later. The early game is hard enough. It doesn't actually need to be made that much harder. Even for a, I'm sorry, but very experienced and capable player, it's already quite difficult. It doesn't need to be made that much harder. Have that be something that kicks in the later part of the first year or in the second year. I don't know. That was a disc and a sectoid.
You said clear.
I said it looks clear.
What's it look like now?
Looks clear.
Like, I'm already almost always guaranteed to get a negative score on Terra Mission. they're not easy missions, and even doing exceptionally well in them almost always results in a negative score already. Do we need to make them worse? I don't know. It's not my mod, but my gut feeling is no. Like, it starts to feel like it's shifting from hard mode to, I bet you can't beat this mode. But I guess if you save scum, you just redo those missions till it goes well. I don't know. Don't hit the civvy. Okay. I didn't already throw one over here, did I? It's either gonna hit the civilian or the tank if I try to fire like this, so I guess I'm not going to. Fine. I'll just give, and I probably should be less abrasive about it, but I gave my feedback to Hellraiser. If it's an experimental branch, I gave my feedback on it. The experiment's a failure. That's my 2 cents. See if we get lucky. Nope. Okay. Doesn't seem to be that many enemies on this map. Like, the end turn went way quicker than I expected it to. Did it hit the one in the air? Yeah, it did. That's weird. You guys remember the first time we saw an armored cyber disc in Campaign 2? And it got one shot by a scatter laser? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Freaking fly, go away. Oh, that's a lot of bad guys. That's aliens. Those are not, civilians. Probably. Okay, let's see about... Damn it. I just didn't do my loadouts well. I don't have a lot of the stuff I need in hand. Well, that was a complete failure. These are gonna blow at some point to this fire, most likely. There was a civvy in there. Glad I didn't kill them. Not gonna matter much, score-wise. And the tank goes. Oh, I did not mean to leave my drone. I'm just bad at the game. I did not mean to leave that drone just sitting there. Holy shit, I'm terrible. I just lost my 2 front scouts. Yeah, cyber discs are still not balanced. And that's the thing. I'm sitting here, and this mission is going to cost me possibly everything. But I cannot leave. Because if I leave, I'm completely fucked. I have no... You've taken choice away from the player. Entirely. This rookie's dead, basically. I don't think I can win this mission. But the number of aliens is quite low, so maybe that's part of the offset. I have no idea, though. So there's a silicoid there and a cyber disc there. The only problem is I don't know if this cyber disc is up in the air or down on the ground, so I still have to spot it. All right. Hit it for damage. Excuse me. These allergies have probably got me crankier than I should be, too, so... I'm also probably still reeling from all the amazingness that happened earlier, which you would think would make me more palatable, but I'm just me. Oof. Oh, there was a scumbag in there. Bleeding. This is tough. Very tough. Why did you have to get that fucking close to see it? Son of a bitch, you're dead. That means he's probably was dead already. Oh, there's two of them right there. No, okay, this one's on this side. Fucking... Oof. Alright. Well, I wonder. Son of a bitch. He might die to that explosion, honestly. Got a sectoid and the disc. Silicoid. There it is. The first chime. We're gonna send him away from the craft because he could pick up equipment. Because that's a thing here, too. Okay, so we know this has to be on the roof. Shit. The problem is we don't know where. It could be all the way up here. So I can't shoot a rocket at it. That one's right there. But I don't know how high up in the air. Okay. Big hits, but... Which way is it looking? There was another one... Oh, he got shot at when he was standing here, when he stepped out. It might have been this disc that did the shooting. I don't know. Okay, he got hit by the edge of that and almost died. Fucking serious. I should have moved him back, but he could have gotten reaction shot, so that was tough. Another it's all discs. And a sectoid leader somewhere. I didn't think she'd have a line of sight, but... No, 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 no. I need the drone over here. Gotta keep track of this disc until I can kill it. Yeah, there's only like 4 enemies right now. No, they should take up this, you know, should be the same, no matter what. Gotta see where it is. High, low. It's gotta be up high somewhat. Very up high. Sweet. That's lucky. Okay. It's not looking at him right now. Failed. But if he shoots at it, it's gonna look at him. And he doesn't have smoke. This isn't primed to drop it. The little 2-foot-tall guardrail is not stopping you from shooting the thing that's the size of a damn car. Now it feels like there's a lot more of them. Suddenly the... Yeah. That end turn took a lot longer. No, we're only on like turn 9. Well, I don't like that at all. This guy's probably dead. Because it can just float up and shoot him through the window or through the wall. And you're out of rockets. This is not in the way! Fuck! I want to look at this on the FPS look. Bear with me a second. You'll shoot at that pixel any other time game, but right now you're like, no, that's in the way. I've seen far less of an enemy before in the game been like, yeah, you can take that shot. Could do something. Doubt it will. Can't risk that. It set it off. I don't think it damaged it at all, but... a really tough shot. Come on. All right. Good golly. It survived with 2 health. I suppose I should count myself lucky. What's up, Door Snore? Yeah, so I guess, you know, in thinking about it, the problem, the 2 major issues I have with the terror mission design philosophy right now is that it just made terror missions worse in the early game when they were already a problem, and it didn't really affect anything in the late game because your score will be so high you can absorb the double dip in negative score just like you could before. So when you're more capable of taking care of the terror missions, it's not going to matter to your score anyway. And when they cause the biggest problem, now they cause an even bigger problem. So I'm just... It's an odd choice, I would say. Silicoid. All right. Can't get a rocket through there. I don't think. Okay. I was wrong. Happy to be. I don't even know. Okay, it can do damage to them, but very low chance, I would guess. Zero. Okay. Ah, no ammo loaded. Balls! That's more of what I was expecting to happen with those attempted shots. Just because the angle looked terrible, but... Maybe I can get lucky and bag the disc and it blows up and kills the silicoid? Holy shit, dude! Like, how are you supposed to be aiming up here in the air and you hit... Damn. He must not like him. Like, they have personal beef. Well, one of them might. The other guy might not even know, but that guy don't like him. I did not mean to move. I thought he still had time units. My brain was stuck in a previous turn. He's dead now. Almost certainly. That's fucking awesome. Through the window, yeah. Well, at least he's only a rookie, I guess. There's 2 discs. Unless that one moved over and then shot him, but I doubt it did. Well, you wouldn't take negative 5,000. You'd take negative 750 or you'd take negative 1,200 because you would just land and take off at them. You don't take the despawn penalty. You just take the dead civilian penalty. It would barely impact your score in the late game. But in the early game, it will end campaigns entirely with no other mechanic being implicated. It will single-handedly be a mechanic that ends campaigns. Multiple campaigns. We're not talking a one-off. Okay. Did I move my drone? I did, but it still got hit. Unknown at this point, Thorsnor, because we're still encountering new things. Ah! This is infuriating because there's no... I don't have a choice here in what I can or can't do. I have to fight this mission out or my campaign is... kaput. Shit. He can't take an aim shot. And this is likely to hit one of these two people. Fuck you! It goes right between the two soldiers, but sails right over the top of the disc. Come on! Oh my goodness, that hurts. Holy crap. He's dead. Probably. We're all dead, probably. Son of a bitch. Where's the cyber disc? You ass. That's the disc, probably. Shit. This is just thoroughly unenjoyable. Well, it used to be fun, Thorsnor, but honestly, it feels like it's kind of going in the other opposite direction, and that's disheartening. It used to be very challenging, but still very enjoyable. It feels like it's getting more and more challenging and less enjoyable. I don't know how you missed, but I guess when you suck. I don't know how you missed. So, are you fucking kidding me? Apparently the drone can't close that door. You useless piece of shit. I know there's at least one more disc over there still, too, somewhere. Fuck. And he's getting mind control attacked, so he's gonna die or be a problem for us in a moment. Just can't even give you a weapon. Yeah, let's give you a sectoid terror mission and make you do it in the early game. Have fun! Good. He had that was a good soldier. I'm just annoyed that he missed twice on that previous turn. She can't take a shot. She won't have the time units. Of course, no one's lined up. Alright, well, this is not what I want to be doing. But I don't think I have a choice. We still only killed 14. Maybe? Lord knows my count could be off. It often is. Brutal. We know there's at least one more disc that we've seen and currently don't have track of. Which is just oh so fun to lose track of a cyber disc. I was the best soldier on the map. Left, and now she's dead too. What shot her? Because it can't be that far away. Cool, now he's dead too, because I'm just done at this point. And here's the glory of this. After this, we get another terror mission. Fuck yeah! Awesome. Didn't even die. Sweet. Sweet. This is gonna be almost a full squad wipe. And then another terror mission afterwards. I really don't know if I can keep playing this tonight right now, because this is just not worth playing. That's the problem. It's not worth being a part of. I have 3 soldiers left. I've killed 15. There's like another at least 6 aliens, including a cyber disc. There's no fucking way. And they still have psionics, too. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Such a great night from a stream standpoint. So much awesome, incredible, unexpected, and amazing support for the stream. And then the game is like, yeah, but I can still ruin it. This is what happens when you don't test the early game of a mod that's designed to be exceptionally hard. Sweet. Ah! Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this run's over. There's nothing I can do. Luck. So it has nothing to do with execution. If I succeed here at all, it's just lucky. Pointless. Lucky. Not gonna be lucky in a second because I'm about to die, but you know. Fuck you. There we go. Okay, so this mission is over. So I have now lost an entire crew, a Sky Ranger, if I can't get this guy under control and back on the ship before he dies, all of the equipment, everything. Everything. But wait! So if they wipe me out, there's not a follow-up? No. There it go. Yeah. So we're still not done. Another terror mission! Because fuck the player entirely. Like, what can I even say? Like, that I haven't already said multiple times. I cannot see how that was ever something that was thought to be a good idea. Even, yes, it's hard mode. Hard is one thing. Completely unenjoyable and punishing and anti-player is a whole different thing. The problem is the way it's weighted. It only hurts you more at the time when terror missions are already the most punishing. Later, it doesn't fucking matter. You end your months with 20,000, 30,000, 50,000 score. You can literally ignore multiple terror missions and you'll still have a very positive score. You don't even have to land at them and take off. You can ignore them. Not to mention, you'd be at a point where you can shoot down terror ships consistently at that point. Stop the terror mission from ever happening. So, by the time that all it does is fuck you in the early game and still make no impact on the late game at all. Completely stupid design. That's what I'm trying to avoid, Coviers. Like, that is just so asinine. It's not just the point penalty, okay? So that's the other thing. Yeah, I can fuck with the point penalty. It still counts negatively against the country that it's landing in multiple times, and then you lose funding, they leave the council. Like, there's other factors than just the score. I can't affect all of those by just changing one number. And it just, the complete separation is in the second landing. Even if XCOM tries to do the mission and eliminates, like, I killed 17 according to the counter, but if I go to the second mission, if I had the option, which I don't because I don't even have a Sky Ranger, they have a full crew again. Fully geared, all alive, all unharmed, brand new. Like, that must not have even been considered in the thought process for this. All right, hold on. Let me look at something here. Sorry. And there's no way for me to... I don't know how. I would have to look through this extensively to figure out how to disable it myself. Hellraiser's one response in the Discord was a post from the forums that says, if you wish to disable this, please contact... just send me the way to disable it. Like, when you send that response, because clearly that was what I was intimating. I can tell you what to disable if you tell me what it is specifically. If I knew what it was specifically, I would just disable it myself. That's kind of my point. That is just baffling. And look at it in this case. I don't even have a Sky Ranger, so I can't even land here. So this is a negative 2,000. That is incredible. That is incredible. I appreciate it, Coviers. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe it shouldn't frustrate me this much, but that's just, to run into that at that point, man, what a punch in the nuts. And it's got my brain so out of it right now that I'm trying to get back into the game and I'm not getting there. And this campaign is now completely not Iron Man, which is my own personal desire to play that way. And so I'm sitting here going, well, I want to restart if I'm going to adjust that option, but... And I'm just trying to think of what made that decision, like, what made that the route of decision making to get there, because it's just so weird. Because there's not a single thing there. Well, that's, you don't, you were, you know, what you said, an attempt to balance around the end game. I don't think so, because terror missions are already incredibly frequent in the endgame because they can be spawned by alien bases. So you didn't need to make it so that terror missions happen multiple times, because they already happen multiple times every month because they get spawned by alien bases. So unless you're killing alien bases as soon as you discover them, which is extremely hard to do, despite what some may think, you're still going to see a lot of terror missions. So, if anything, it exacerbates the late game even further to being overly busy, where you're doing just non-stop missions, but you can't even advance a day of in-game time without having like 10 missions pop up. Oh my god, my allergies are killing me. Ah! It's my own fault for not reading further into all the notes for the updated version of hard mode, but holy cow. Give me just a second. Ah. All right, let me test this. I mean, the infinite points in the late game are still pretty heavily affected by the fact that, you have to succeed on your missions to maintain an infinite positive score, and not everyone's doing that. I'm just testing here. Too many civilians is still a problem, too. Okay. And that's the thing. Like, you could absorb landing and taking off from 10 different terror sites, and it still wouldn't even affect your score in the later months. Like, it would affect it, but it wouldn't make it negative, not even close. That'd be, say that's 800, even if you high side it, 800 points for landing and taking off. And you do that 10 times. It's 8,000 points? When you have 30,000 points, it doesn't matter. Huh. Alright. I know some of you were just here for XCOM, and I understand if you are going to tune out, but I am going to switch to something else for right now because I'm kind of out of the headspace for that at the moment. I understand that based on what Hellraiser sent me that he posted in the forums, it's an experimental feature. In my own opinion, and I'm not going to say humble because I'm being quite brusque about it, in my own opinion, that's a failed experiment. That needed a lot more testing before it ever showed up. At all. Because I don't feel like that was tested in the slightest. Personally. Alright, let's see. Do a Slay the Spire run and wind down a little bit. I appreciate all of you who tuned in, and I understand if you don't stick around for something non-XCOM, but I'm just going to sit here ranting about that feature, and that's not gonna make for good viewing at the moment. And I do apologize. That's something else. Alright, so last time I played Slay the Spire was a little while ago. I am... Did we get a win? We did. We got a one. We got a one. We got a win on the Watcher. Yeah. We did get there. All right. So, I think what we're trying to do now is Ascension 2? Yeah. Let's do Ascension 2 Ironclad. Let's just go HP. Right side looks good. Excuse me. Holy allergies, Batman. I'm sorry, I know it's not pleasant to listen to. It ain't pleasant to deal with either. We'll hit hard mode again on Saturday, most likely with the double terror mission crap disabled. I need to try to make a determination on if I want to restart or not, or if I start from right when we finish the base, now that I've interacted with that mechanic and you all have witnessed my utter disdain for it, to put it lightly. I just got, that's a swing and a miss, you know? In my opinion. Not a bad start. I'm gonna keep the deck narrow. That's my biggest problem, is overbloating the deck. No, we do not need more terror missions duels. That was... No, stop it. That was... I don't want to talk about it anymore. Demon form. Man, 2 gold from the heavy blade, but demon form on sale is definitely the way to go. Oh my goodness. These allergies. Working out in the yard this morning just kicked so much crap up, and yeah, I'm feeling it. I didn't consider the curl up because I'm dumb. Nice. No. a good draw on the first turn, because he should stay asleep anyway. And I'm just going to let him sleep and get my strength up. And, yeah. Because I'm just building strength. He's not... The status that he's in isn't changing. But my strength is going up, so... Oh my goodness. I can't breathe. So now we're starting with a lot better damage output, so... I've got to rest right after this, so... Alright. Hey, Gibber Dibber. Gibber, you want to come say hi? Oh, there's the boy. There's the boy. Oh. Oh. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's the boy. I got a fresh black t-shirt on, so you gotta get golden doofer dust all over it. Look at these floofy ears. They're gonna fly away. They're just gonna fly away. Your head's hollow. There's nothing in there, so they can just take off. Yeah, nothing's holding them down. Nothing's holding them down. Oh. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You smell like corn chips. You do. You smell like Fritos. You smell like Fritos. Yeah. Big old Frito chip. Oh, God, your breath smells way worse than Fritos. It's bad enough that I could smell it even though I could barely breathe. Flex is obviously the choice here. I'm going to Smith Demon Form. I'm not going to rest, I'm not going to recall. And we're going to go right after the key piece. Okay, should be alright. Need to kill one quickly, but this another reason I didn't rest is because we picked up Regal Pillow. So the next time I can rest, we're gonna heal substantially. I wish I had more than one attack in my hand there. Metallicize will be okay, but yeah, I'll disable that option and then we'll hit hard mode again on Saturday. Thank you, Alden, yes. And the only reason I kind of feel okay turning it off is because it is clearly stated by Hellraiser that it's an experimental branch. Shit. Test that more, man. That's all I have to say about that. I've commented well, that's a draw. I've commented previously on how kind of my biggest dislike in games is when something is solely a negative, which always incentivizes the player to not interact with it, and the apparent solution was force the player to interact with it. It's not a great solution. These missions suck. There's no reason the player ever wants to do them. Oh, I see. Now I'm gonna make you do them. What? Fuck! Sapphire. Maw Bank's crap. Alright. No other elites. I'm gonna take this line with 4 fights on it. That's 4 card chances. So. Ah, excuse me. Yeah. 20 damage isn't exactly nice there, but what are you gonna do? This is like the first or second run I've ever played on Ascension 2, so kind of got to get used to that as well. Killing one makes me vulnerable, which means his attacks do a lot more, but don't have a choice. Ooh, Cultist Potion is great. I need to try to hang on to that till the very end. Holiday, what's
Nice.
up?
STS, my favorite.
Yeah, a little STS to round out the evening. Good to see you. Thank you so much, and welcome back for 10 total months of Tier 1. That's absolutely awesome. I will take Thunderclap, because vulnerable with the strength I'm building is quite nice. Actually, do I want a Smith here? Oh, I still need the red piece. I'll go here. Alright. Well, some of it's probably carried over from the fact that we just wrapped up some XCOM. But it is nice. So probably some lurkers and then maybe some folks who stuck around. And if you did stick around from XCOM, I appreciate it. Probably wasn't the best stream today. I don't think we got anything done in the actual game, unfortunately. So that's a lot of damage. Well, I guess we got something done in the fact that we encountered that experimental mechanic and... Oof. I could just tell, Andy. I could just tell. Twin Strike's good with a strength build. I'll grab one. Alright. That's fine. Didn't I? Oh, no. I saw a heavy blade, but I wasn't able to pick it up. That's right. I remember now. I probably should have played the demon form, but... it's half a dozen one way, 6 the other. Ugh. Ugh. I'm not gonna sleep at all tonight. Not being able to breathe. Damn. No. Demon form on the opening hand is what I want to see here. Metallicize is at least something. I should have flexed. There's no reason not to. I'm just bad. There we go. Yeah. No one's impressed, sir. That will split him, which I don't actually want to do right now. I can get him a lot lower. Close. Close enough, but... Because now, regular strike will one-shot them. I can't draw any regular strikes because they're all over here, but... we blocked the damage. I mean, doesn't matter. We're gonna win, but... Oh, that'll do it too. Damn. Limit break? We're gonna get rid of Blessings of the Forge for a Power Potion. Power Potion could just win me a fight. I don't mind Mark of Pain that much. Okay. I'm not gonna go into fire breathing, but it makes it palatable. Like, if it's there, I'll pick it up now. I meant to grab Metallicize there, not the Thunderclap, but alright. Oh, yeah, 4 energy. Play with the energy you just... all I had was defensive cards and she wasn't attacking, so it didn't matter, but... So close. Relatively fast fight. Flex. Huh. That's interesting, but I don't think so. Taking too much damage here. This attack potion needs to just go. Ugh. That absolutely sucks. At least we killed one, but... Never got any strength gain there. Alright. Oh, we got like 130 gold going into the store. 150. Okay. Power Through's a great defensive card, and it makes me want to pick up Fire Breathing to go along with this if I get it. It's a great defensive card, and it's cheap. Dramatic Entrance can be really good with a lot of strength. It's also innate with flex. You know what? I'm gonna grab it. I'm probably doing shit wrong here, but... I've got some flexibility because I've been picking very... conservatively so far. Limit Break, obviously, the choice to smith there. Okay. It's actually going to be that. Okay. Flex. Evolve. Thunderclap. I probably wasted one of those attacks, but... Yeah, the last one, kind of. If I didn't use the uppercut... Would he have died? I could have gotten Demon Form up, potentially. But with the Evolve, when I draw those wounds, it's not as problematic. Could even be a good thing. Taking a wee bit of damage here. I don't go for... Oh my goodness. I can't breathe. Alright. Manage the fight, because he shouldn't be able to hurt me ever again. Okay, that's pretty good. Get a really good relic here and we could be set. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one. I'm just gonna rest here to get basically back to full. And then I'm gonna go right up the middle. Yeah. Thunderclap? It's an interesting relic. Kind of bloats my opener, but it lets me do a couple things with it, too. I'm just gonna do that now. There was no reason to play the power through. That's why I didn't. I don't have any strength to double. Bit of a bummer. Yeah, it lets me play... Yeah, that's a very good interaction that it has benefiting me here. Keep my health a little bit better, because I do have I have 2 elites coming up, and this is basically an elite fight, annoyingly, especially with Ascension 2. That's a lot of damage, sir. Can you freaking not? Alright, I guess it's not. Why did I not? Did those in the wrong order? If I can get a heavy blade, this deck is basically good. Nope. This sucks. Because that's a big-ass hit. I might have to bypass one of these elites. Great hand. Great draw. I might have to rest here and bypass this elite. Because this deck's got really good structure to it, and I don't want to lose it. Yeah, this ain't helping. Alright. Evolve works well with... Yeah, I'm gonna rest here. Okay. Fire breathing is, yeah, fire breathing is one of the things I would like to get. 100%. It's kind of what that design, that opener with both the innate AoEs was kind of calling for. Flex? I don't think there is another flex. There is another flex. Damn. Didn't get it. But fire breathing and a couple defensive cards and 1 heavy blade. Beautiful. Oh. Oh. No bueno. That's a lot of damage. Unless I draw really shit on the wounds, he should be dead. Any damage. Okay. Good one. Not a bad opener. Only thing it needed was the demon form in hand. Just get rid of the bird now so I don't have to worry about it. No need to play power through there. Flex and a limit break in hand would be nice. I should have played the defend, not the limit break. I didn't have any strength to... I played the demon form, not the flex, so there was no strength to double, but whatever. block almost all of that. And we're just getting stronger. One health. She'll be dead. I'm guaranteed to draw an attack here. Heavy blade. That's big. Full health. Demon form in the opener. Very nice. I'm saving this for when the little shits are present. I feel like I want to save that for later. I'm gonna drink the thorns, though. Knowing that I'm gonna suffer some attacks from them. Should have drawn first. Ah, fuck it. Oh! That's called winning right there, ladies and gents. Snecko potion did a great right there. Did some freaking work. One health. Irritating. I guess he killed himself and didn't hurt me, so not that irritating. Ooh! Ooh! Dirty! Limit break would have been so good there. I am very strong. My strength, she grows. Oh, you hit kind of hard too, huh? I don't think it's hard enough, sir. Get absolutely shit on. Getting limit break that much more frequently? Yeah. I think I'm still gonna take Black Blood, but just that alone is an interesting consideration. Yeah, oh, no, fuck it. Yeah. Interesting enough that I looked at it multiple times. Yeah, alright. So store, but then go to the left, get this store, and not be stuck in that path, but... No, I'm going full right side. Here, and then full right side. I got a feeling... Should have defended first, I wouldn't have taken the thorns damage. Or I would have taken less. Nothing to double on the limit break, so... Yeah. I just need to kill him before that gets a lot worse. That helps, actually, a lot. Okay, should be fine. Should have done this first. They both make him vulnerable, so actually it was fine either way. Could have played the power first, but I had the energy to play everything in the hand anyway, and no way to draw, so it wouldn't have changed anything. He was vulnerable, and I wasn't accounting for it. Okay, I don't want to bloat the deck, but I will take another flex. Would be nice, but... That only gave me 10. Double the effectiveness of potions. I feel like that should have given me 20. Why, I bought it, kinda. Oh, it's 5 by default. The effect was already listed. It worked. I got it. I got there. Just slow today. Chill out, dickhead. Every one of them just worse, worse, worse. Go less. Fuck. I'm gonna leave it at that where I'm not taking damage. Damn it. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out and enjoying a little bit of Slay the Spire with me to wrap up today's interestingness. Let's see if we get lucky. Oh, shit. Yeah, we got lucky. Wasn't lucky, it was calculated. Parasite, fuck you. Yeah, that's better. Can I get a damage? So can I get an attack? Thank you. I do have draw still. Alright, I'm gonna have to fight an elite before I get to the rest spot here. Fire breathing. Fucking hell. That's so annoying, because it's so good right now. $9 gold. Fuck, man. So irritating. Alright. This one exhausts, but the other ones don't, so... That's actually a ton of damn! Way more than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know if I'm flexing enough. Would have been nice to have those with a limit break, but, you know, play what you get. I could easily die here if I can't get some upward movement going. Demon form's good. Okay, yeah. That makes sense, yeah. He was down... Okay. Still, surprising. In a nice way. I'm still probably gonna die. Yeah, I just don't have that much defensive speed. Or offensive speed. My deck's kind of slow. No matter which way it goes. Yeah, I think I'm dead. Maybe not just yet, but... Yeah, too many flexes. Too many flexes. Overloaded with them a bit. Kind of fell into my own head on that one. Yeah, like, this is when I need them. Alright, good game. That deck had the right path to it. I just bloated it, and then missing on fire breathing there probably wouldn't have changed the outcome of that fight, but would have been impactful. I am going to go ahead and wrap up there, folks. We will go back to hard mode on Saturday, and I'm going to play with the double terror stuff disabled, only because it is specifically listed as an experimental thing by Hellraiser himself. My weighing in on it right now, if you weren't here earlier and didn't already see, is that that's a failed experiment and a really bad choice. So we're going to disable it and go from there, but I had a lot of fun still, and I'm glad we got to encounter it now as opposed to on Saturday, so that hopefully I can go into Saturday and really kind of get going. I cannot thank you all enough for being here today, and there's no way I can put into words the thanks I have for those of you who donated and contributed today. It is literally life-changing and baffling to me, and you guys make it possible for me to keep doing this, and I only hope that I can earn even a bit of the generosity that this community continues to show me. I might get a stream in tomorrow, but I don't know. If so, it might be a little bit earlier, because I do have a guild thing that I have to run in WoW tomorrow, and then Saturday after stream, and then Sunday, and then Monday evening as well. I'm leading a casual guild in WoW, and it still takes a lot of time. Enjoyably, though. It is the one thing that I'm doing video game-wise off-stream, and it's been fun to put together a community of people and have some fun. So, you guys are awesome. I will be back Saturday, if not tomorrow, for some fun. We'll be back Saturday for sure. So I will see you all then, right here, in the Echo, where each and every one of us has a voice. Good night. God bless. Be good people. I'm going to go try to take something and see if I can breathe a little bit. So I'll see you later, guys. Adios.